Hey guys, welcome to Amber Dawn Rising. We did a little off the loop for you. We shocked you with something tonight. Welcome everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please like the video and turn on the notifications. And tonight we have a old friend of all of ours from the Soul Tribe. Her name is Caz Hawke. And we just thought we'd come on here and hang out and shoot the shit with you guys for a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
Yo.
Awesome. Totally off the cuff.
Totally off the cuff. And if you want to come aboard, feel free to. I'll drop the link here right now. And we can just hang out and talk. So, yeah, we were talking about before we got on here, we were talking about all kinds of stuff, just like me and Caz always do. Caz is from Europe, by the way. So I don't know why I thought to
UK.
bring that up, but the UK.
Nottingham.
Nottingham. I'm
The
sorry.
sheriff of where Robin Hood lives.
Yes.
And his
Yes.
merry men.
I was almost Robin Hood for Halloween this year, and I didn't do it, but I should have.
Were you?
Perfect.
Oh, wow. You make a great Robin Hood.
Heck yeah, we're all a part of Robin Hood in our own way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's time to awaken, my loves. It's time to awaken.
My love.
But yes, we were talking about her new pendulum that she made, her new light that she got, just little little things.
A little hot. It's my pendulum. And this is the new thing I hold it by. It's the Algi's rune made of wood. And it's a lot easier for me to grip because of my hand. I've got like disability in my hand. And it's just so nice to hold now. It's like, I feel like I've got hold of it. Whereas before it just had a little bead that I held. And it was hard to keep hold of it for so long. Because it hurt my hand, the position.
Yes, I know that issue too. I have issues with my hand as well. So
Yeah.
just like so Kaz, she does the pendulum, and she's really good at it. So I don't know if you're willing to do anything tonight, but she is really good at it, and she connects with Lilith a lot, who is very
I haven't
misunderstood.
for a
Lilith
while.
is. She hasn't contacted Lilith in a while,
I
but
spoke to Earth earlier for the first time. Well, the first time I used my pendulum for about 6 months, I just got the urge to connect to Earth, frequency, Gaia. And I'm really glad I did because we had a great chat. She's great. She's so, what's the word, down to earth, should I say. Says it how it is. She's brilliant.
And what was your discussion today? Let people know.
It was talking about a few things because I've been picking magic mushrooms, and I was asking her about the mushrooms I got, and she actually advised me that some of them I've got, which I sort of knew already, are actually not magic. They're very similar, but she says don't eat them, they'll make you sick. So I've had to go through the ones that I know I had an inkling about them not being the right ones. They look very similar, but the colour's different, so that's how I could tell. And go through them. And every time I've gone through them, I've had to pick up my normal ones, and I've been tripping again. Because every time you touch them, it seeps into your skin, so you start to come up on their magic. And I before I knew it, I was there for an hour going, ooh, ooh. Yeah,
That's one of the intriguing parts of picking your own mushrooms is you get the qualities of their healing properties,
you do straight
and then
away.
also at the same time, you're relating to Gaia and you're resonating yourself with Mother, and
Yeah,
also
connecting.
asking her questions with your pendulum and asking, okay, which mushrooms should I eat? And she's telling you,
Yeah,
don't eat this specific one. Like that's like, I know a lot of people ask, where do I start? Like, there's all different ways to start with spirituality, and it's wherever
yeah,
your heart's desire guides you, you know? And some people really resonate with Mother and picking her plants. And I was even telling her earlier, Kaz, I was like, maybe wear gloves while you're picking them so you don't get it. And Kaz said, no, that's very disrespectful to Mother, to pick from her womb basically and
yeah.
to
A
disrespect her
babies,
by
as
having a
children.
burial there. And that makes a
Yeah,
lot of sense.
yeah. It's like basically, if you're not willing to pick the magic mushrooms without gloves on, then you shouldn't be picking them because it's part of the experience, you know. And normally, the first one I find, I eat, and that way it opens it up to more. I normally eat the first three, so you're meant to eat one, but I'm just like, oh, you look really nice, straight in the mouth from the ground. And I just like to connect straight away with. There's something about the mushroom kingdom, mushrooms and toadstools, the fungi kingdom. There's a connection, a bond, which is is like I know them already. We've met before, if you know what I mean. Familiarity. I can't say it. Bit of a mouthful.
Familiarity.
Yeah, it's like goes deep, but I can't quite put my finger on it. And the place I get them from is another question I asked Earth. Is a very this energy there is amazing, and it's got these. It's surrounded by like massive old oak trees that are hundreds of years old, and they're just in the middle of nowhere in like these rolling hills. And there's this energy about it that I crave to be there, when I'm not working at the weekend. And I spend all weekend there. And I spend, when it gets dark, I'm there like hours after dark on my own in the middle of the countryside. There's something about it I don't want to leave. And I asked her if she guided me there to find this special place. And she said, yes. She says, because you're special and this energy here is special, and I wanted you to see it because
Absolutely.
you're worth showing it. And there's nobody there. You don't see anybody.
That's
Just
the
me
best
and
part.
nature. It is. It's a relief to have somewhere like that to go where you're not going to get. Okay, maybe on a Sunday you might see the odd dog walker, but they're gone. They're in and out. It's a big enough space to not be near them anyway. They're walking their dog, they're moving. I'm sat talking to each tree individually, one by one, working my way around. Yeah, it's magic there. It really is.
It's the magic kingdom
It's
of
part of
of
the
Gaia.
Vale of Beaver, where I live. It's got the Beaver Castle. Hey, hey, Alexander, you right? How am I doing that? Yeah, it's very precious. It's just got that feel of wise wise beings, wise energy, wisdom. Yeah.
Yep, I haven't done that for many, many years, but I'm sure I will again one day, especially if I go out and pick my own.
Yeah. Do you have them
Super
there?
moon, power up. That's cool.
Is that coming up?
The super moon, is that coming up, Anton? I know we just went through a full moon, but we're gonna go
That was
through
the
another
last
one.
one. Was a blood moon, wasn't it?
I believe so.
I'll tell you what I experienced with the moon while it's fresh in my mind. The moon just gone. How does this happen, right? It was full moon, and then a day later, it's in the sky in the daytime. This is like a day and a half later. But the night before, you could see that it was waning. It was a bit missing off it. But the next day, it was in this daytime sky, and it was full again. Completely
Whoa.
full again. And I was like delivering at the time. I couldn't stop to take a picture. I was like, it's full again. How could that be? It was small. It was, there's a piece missing off it yesterday. And now it's back to being full again. And it's in the daytime sky.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, does it? But then how can it be in the daytime sky? I've seen it on other occasions. And it's only half, but it's got no blocking from the sun, so it should be all lit up because it's the same height. There's no earth in the way blocking it. So that's why I know sometimes we're not seeing the moon, we're seeing something else.
Well, I know. Sorry, I'm choking. I know that hi Kimba. Let's say hi to everybody. Hi Rick. Hi Anton. Josie, long time no see. Kimba, always good to see you. Let's see. I think we've got Matt and we have Alex if he's still here. And I think we have everybody. So hello everyone. Good to see you.
Hi.
Join us if you want. If you want to add to the conversation, I put the link down. And also, what I wanted to say, choking on chronic. Yes, I am. It's the big CHRONIC. But I was just talking to Anton. I mean, I'm sorry. It's late here. It's really late where Caz is. It's probably like 3 or 4 in the morning over there right
It's
now.
2:30.
Okay. So 2:30.
Morning.
In the morning, baby.
Yeah.
So anyways, so like I was talking to Caz, like, Anton, this is directly related to you. Whenever you're ready, you can do Caz's reading and we can do a recording on that and we can do that. So that would be cool. Yeah. If you're willing. You can pick the person too. I was just thinking Caz is pretty awesome and she would enjoy that. So
Oh, thanks, Amber.
you're welcome. Yeah. So yeah, Anton does Vedic astrology and he's been helping me learn. So I greatly appreciate Anton. But Kimba says it's been a long day.
It has, yeah.
But so yes, so with your mushroom experience, I actually, I think what you're doing is fabulous, and I think just going out into the wilderness and enjoying. You can even share your pictures if you would like. I'm pretty sure you can
Okay.
do it on your end too.
So, on the
But
mushrooms.
the mushrooms, the beautiful rainbow behind you, just what you're experiencing in the UK.
Yeah, I can do. Yeah, let me just present, isn't it? Share screen.
Anton said he can, no problem. He's very good. And I
Awesome.
couldn't be any more thankful to have somebody that's as wise as him with Vedic to help me. So
Can you see that?
Let me see here if I need to push a button. I cannot see it.
No? Okay, wait. Oh, no, I've not pressed share.
There we go.
Can you see it now?
Yeah. Hi, Elderberry.
Okay, I'll get to... Do you want to see the mushrooms first, or do you want to see the where I get them from?
It doesn't matter. It's all beautiful.
Okay. Basically here, this is where I go. I have all this to myself. And it's just rolling. I'm sat on the top of a hill here, and it just goes down, 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 down.
Absolutely gorgeous.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'll get one up. That's I thought I had some that actually showed the view, because that's in the woods. Let me just find so many pictures in here. It's unreal. It's not that. Equinox. I think I've got one called Equinox. No, maybe not. Oh, there. Here we go. What's that one? Here, this one. Right. I'll play this one and I'll stop the sound. This is it. Check it out. I think the sound's off anyway. So I'll go full screen. Is that better?
I think that's okay. Yeah, it's kind of the same.
Yeah. It's just stunning. Look, I'm on top of the hill, and you just see as far as the eye can.
Rolling hills.
Yeah, I think I'll do 360 in a minute. It's amazing. And all the trees that you can see surrounding are just massive. Beautiful, huh?
Beautiful.
And that's where the little magic mushrooms were tucked away in the little grass. That was Equinox. Beautiful, sat on top of the hill.
Power.
Well, I had my shoes and socks off. It was great. Put my feet in the dirt. There you go. Beautiful, huh? Right, I should have saved some mushrooms.
Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Goddamn gorgeous.
Gosh damn gorgeous.
Oh, it's that cool too. Right. This was today. These were today. I like to get down with them, you know what I mean? When I'm taking a picture, I like to be like, make it look like we were there. And
Look at
I think these
that.
ones, I think they're called wood mushrooms or something. But this one looks like it's got lights on it, look. When we zoom in. Look, pretty lights.
Look at the lights.
Let's go full screen. Look at that, beautiful. It's water.
I think that everything we do, we mimic nature. And that's why spirituality, they always say, go back to nature, go back to nature.
Yeah. Because that's we mimic nature. Totally, you're right there. It's like, like all these people that are getting plastic grass and plastic hedge. It's quite worrying, I think, because they're getting lazy. They can't be bothered to cut the grass, the lawn. So they get the.
Clo thought of you the other day, watching a dragon video. Chloe is.
Oh yeah. These mushrooms were amazing. I knew you couldn't eat them.
Look at those.
They
I
really
know,
stood
right?
out.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine the like the diarrhea if you ate that?
See, a lot of them, they can cause respiratory problems or organ shutdown if you have
Yes.
too many. Certain varieties can, yeah, they're really toxic. And some, maybe they really make you hallucinate beyond,
Repair.
sanity. Yeah.
I've known friends back in high school where they did too much acid and they were never the same.
Yeah, I can imagine. A lot of people never come back.
Mm-hmm.
That's your favourite one.
Look at that. Anton said British have the most sexiest accent.
Thank you. But that mushroom was just posing for me. It was so like sexy. It's going, okay,
Sexy.
like this.
Well, we're, how would you say, we're properly sexy.
It's properly sexy. It's like strike a pose. It's got its necklace on, its hat.
Oh yeah, see the necklace? I don't know.
But
I don't
look,
think
when
they
you
can see
zoom
my
in,
cursor.
look at this rim of it here.
I know, that's crazy. That's so cool. So pretty.
It's fresh. Just been to the hairdressers.
I love the leaves next to it.
Yeah.
And the
Beautiful.
grass. It's all that's
Look
sexy.
at that.
That's sexy
like
right there. Nature is sexy.
fluffing. Look, yeah, isn't it just? Do you think I'll make a good photographer?
Oh yes. Very good pictures. Beautiful. I like to have leaves next to them so you can see the perspective,
Yeah, because it's part of the surrounding, isn't it?
Oh, thank you, Clo.
And then there were these like.
That's what she said.
What?
Clo said, those are huge.
Yeah, the giant. I think they used to be that big at one point. Were like massive when Earth was a different climate.
Look at that. So pretty.
Beautiful. This is in my magical place. It's a bit blurry, that one. But yeah, these were massive. Oh, this one amazing. These were. They looked like they had chocolate chips on the top. Beautiful.
Pretty.
Look at that.
Babies. Wow. Gorgeous. Absolutely. You do take very, very good pictures. Very good. Look at those mushrooms, you guys.
These were massive. I think there's one with my foot to show you how big they are. And they were just on top of this hill on their own. Like just there, perfect. Looking at the view, like, wee, look at me.
So unique.
Aren't they? Beautiful. I think you can eat those as well.
Beautiful mushrooms.
Yeah. They look
my family goes out and hunts mushrooms and they make delicious gravies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can make really good gravies with mushrooms. It's a perfect thing to have for the holidays or any time of year. They're really healthy for you and delicious.
Yeah, I like the taste raw. Look, there's my foot next to one of them.
Little Clo said she can imagine little wood nymphs.
Yeah. Look, there's my feet next to them too. They're quite big.
Oh yeah, those are big.
Yeah.
The patterns on the top.
Amazing.
Gorgeous.
It's like someone had put chocolate on it. Spaced it out like a cake. Little squares, look.
Oh yeah, they can be sauteed.
There you go. There's the magic ones.
Magic.
Aren't they beautiful with the little nipples? It's very strange. You know when you touch the top where the nipple is, it's got like has like a cling filmy sort of wet texture to it, and I always end up rubbing the nipples on the top when I first come across them. That's why I end up tripping so much when I'm picking them. Because I rub, and that's where the hallucinogenic lies, on the nipple.
Rick is asking, how do you know? Okay, so this is the nipple right here. This is how
Yeah,
apparently are all magic mushrooms like that? How do you know which one is magic and which isn't?
Yeah, they've got long stems. I'll show you one of mine. They're exactly the same as this. And they've normally got like the wiggly long stems. And the nipple it's the giveaway. It's like a tit on top of it.
Yeah.
And
she just showed me hers earlier, so she'll have to show you guys.
And they've got like gold. They turn gold. I call them gold caps.
Look at
and some are more brown than others.
So those those look kind of like it has a nipple on it. Are those the magic ones?
Yeah, these are magic. Yeah. Like some are more pronounced in shape than others.
Well, grab some and show them.
Yeah, sure. I'll just get out of this. That's the end of that anyway, so.
Okay.
I know if you want to, I'll stop sharing.
So look at the point on that one. Look at the point on the one she has in a minute, Kimba.
Yeah. I'll just stop sharing because I don't need to do that, do I?
It's okay. You're not sharing anymore.
Oh, right, okay. I'll just get them. I'm going to start.
Josie, it's good to see you again, girlfriend. I hope you've been okay. It's been a minute.
Try not to touch them too much because I start coming up again. Right.
What'd you say?
If I touch, I'm not going to touch them for long because I start tripping again.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'll get you the. Here we go. This one is classic. Right. Do you see the
little nip on the tip?
Is that focused?
Not that great, but you can see it.
Yeah, and they've got long stems, look. Put it there.
What I would do is hold your hand or like a piece of paper behind it so you can't see the background.
Yeah, so you can see.
Just the mushroom.
Let me just get a piece.
Take your time, no rush.
I've got a bit. There we go. I'll use my Shim's Talisman. Like so. Now is that better?
Yep.
And they have got little hats on, like, and some are big, some are small. Put the light on a bit better, like that. But they're amazing. I call them gold caps because they've got little gold caps. Here you go. This one. Red nipple. And they're gold.
Where are the ones with the little strand? It had a little string and then it had a little cap on the end.
Oh, the brown one.
I don't know. I don't think
Is
it
it
was
this
brown.
one?
No, the one that it had like it looked like it had like literally from the cap it had a string coming out of it, and then on the tip of the string there was another cap on there. There was another titty on there, nipple.
Oh,
I
not
know you
sure.
showed me those.
Did I?
Mm-hmm. I should have
Was
damn
it
recorded
gold?
it.
Was it a gold one?
I think so. It was a lighter color one.
Okay, maybe it was this one.
Hopefully, because it seems like that would break off easily, so I feel like you would probably have it saved away somewhere that you wouldn't break it.
Was it tonight?
Mm-hmm. See, she's been touching these mushrooms too much, you guys.
I don't know. They've only
She
got
can't remember.
one nipple.
They were cool though. So basically, they look like
And they're gold. Cool that. I
cool.
feel it already.
Yeah, stop touching the mushrooms.
It's a nice feeling, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be tripping again now.
Like all day, all the time, just because you're
I
like
don't-
showing people all the time.
I want to
But
save
no, it
it
was
for
cool.
when I have
So
my
what she
dates.
showed me is basically it was like like a nipple, right? And then on the end, or like it like coming out of it looked like a hair, but it was stiff, but it would probably breaks off really easy.
Yeah,
And then
you have
on
to
the
be
tip of that,
delicate.
it had another nipple on it.
Did it? Can't
It
remember
did.
that.
That you pulled out like a couple of them. See, sometimes that's what I like. Sometimes I feel like we all live on different timelines. We all live on different timelines. Seriously, I'm not
I
kidding
can't
because
remember.
literally like an hour before we came on here with you guys, she was showing me those and I saw them and now she's like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Huh?" Different timelines. I think
I
we
don't
like go like
remember.
this. I think it's like this. We meet and then it's like this. Meet. It's like
Yeah, maybe you
meet.
experienced the trip as well, like an atom does when they split it, and the other piece feels exactly what the other one's feeling.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
So I'm just going
do.
over the everybody here I recognize. Hi everyone. It's good to see you. So
I
let's
can't
go.
see the
Hi
chat.
Trina. Wow, I'm surprised you're here. I've never seen you here before, babe. Welcome, my dear. Mary, I see you.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah, let's go. Let's see. I don't want to miss anyone.
Trina. Hey, Trina.
So let's see. I don't want to miss anyone. I always feel bad.
Milky Way Soul Tribe.
Robert, hi.
Hi, Robert. Long time no see.
Last time I saw Robert was right before Halloween, and we did a little mini. Hi Trina.
Hey,
welcome.
Trina. How you doing?
Psycho Skywatcher. Hi, Psycho Skywatcher.
Hey, Trina, look what I've got. I put my pendulum with a holder of algaes. You like that? You're the one that introduced me to algaes. And it holds my pendulum. It's so much easier to hold. My protection as well. It protects me.
Did you use that today to speak with Earth?
Yes. Yeah, I did. And I've cleansed it.
I don't know if Trina heard you speak about that. Maybe say it over again.
Trina, the algaes rune, the sign for protection. I've put it on the end of my pendulum and it's what I hold. when I use it. And I spoke to Earth with it earlier, and it's really cool to hold it with that. It gives me a better hold because of my hand. Yeah, it's awesome. And it reminds me of you, Algiers, because you had the Algiers sign in the rock, wasn't it? In Sedona, you saw it or something.
Like engraved in a rock?
Yeah, she asked for a sign, and she looked across, and there was the Algiers sign in a rock.
That is amazing.
Yeah. That's
That's
how I got to
amazing.
know about the Algiers sign. That's how I learned about it. It's through
So
Trina.
Earth today told her that she was on the right track everywhere she was going. Earth sent her there, right? I don't want to speak your story, so you
Yeah.
might want to you know the word,
Interrupt.
iterate.
Oh, I was going to say something different. Interrupt.
You know that word. I can't say it clearly right now. So
I don't know that one actually. I wouldn't have known what you meant.
iterate.
Intervene.
No. Just repeat what you're saying. Like you spoke with Mother with your pendulum today.
Yeah,
And
I
there's a
did.
few people in here that haven't been in here the whole time. Hi, Kiki. So yeah,
Yeah.
just say what Mother Earth told you.
She warned me about there were certain mushrooms in there that I picked that aren't magic, and she said you'd be advised not to eat them because they'll make you sick. And I knew exactly the one she meant because I had doubts about them when I was looking at them, when I was putting them out to dry. But they're very similar, but there's the colours different, and the marking, like the texture, when you touch them, they're different. You just sort of know they've got, like, magic mushrooms have that distinct appearance about them. And yeah, so, because I was probably tripping so much, I wasn't quite sure. Everything looked like a magic mushroom at the time. But so Earth confirmed it for me. So I've got to go through them again. The ones that are in the kitchen in the jar, I've got to sort them out yet. But that's for another day. And she also asked her about my music because basically I said, my purpose, what is my purpose here? Is it my music writing? And she said, yes, that is what you need to focus on, is because now I upload all my music, it's in 432 or 528
Do you have
hertz.
a new song? I have YouTube up right now.
The
You
last
have
song
one
I
in
did was
432.
Lionsgate. Lionsgate, yeah.
Lionsgate.
That's 432 hertz. All my music's in 432, which is good.
We don't have to play the
For,
whole thing, but we'll play some of it. Is that
yeah,
cool?
it's Lionsgate. It was the last one I did.
Okay, let's play a little bit of it for you guys. Just mute your microphones so they can hear it a little better.
Okay. Oh, how do I do that? Oh, there. It's quite chilled, isn't it? I'll do that for you, Robin. Yeah. Absolutely.
Woo! So good. Make it flow. Make it take you there. Float in the air.
Sounds awesome in the car.
So beautiful.
It's a nice fat bass line.
So good, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was the last tune I did. It was quite a while back now.
Gorgeous. Loved it. Loved
Thank
it.
you.
Loved it. So yes. So we've got a couple messages. I don't know if you saw. Milky Way said I need Caz to make me
did.
a soundtrack.
I'll
There you
make you a
go.
tune, Milky. Yeah, I'll make you a soundtrack.
What's that
Bear with
sound?
me though, because I have to wait till I'm inspired.
There we go. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it was blasting in my ear. Sorry. Okay. I'm back.
Was it?
Yeah. I had another tab opening and it was like blasting, and I don't know if you heard it at other people, but fucking it was loud.
No.
But anyways, yeah, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you. I do that a lot.
I'll let you off as it's you, Amber.
It's because you love me.
Because I love
My
you.
friends love me. They know I mean well. I don't mean to be. I apologize. Everybody
It's
knows.
just the way
All
you
my friends
are.
know.
You can't help
I get excited, okay?
it.
I get excited, especially when I hear
Yes,
music.
Robert, I will make you a soundtrack. But yeah, you have to make sure you're patient, because it's one of those things that once I start, I'm all right. I crack on. But it's at the minute it's time. I don't have enough me time, and this is what frustrates me.
I know.
And it makes me resent going to work,
Working.
but I have to go to work to pay the bills.
I know. And the problem is because inflation has gotten so high that, you know, you can't keep up, and they do that for a reason, and it's very frustrating. It's very,
Yeah,
very fucking frustrating because it's
it
like,
winds me up big time.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
makes me resent everything. Going to work in the morning, I deliberately make myself late. So maybe they'll sack me. I don't know why. But I make myself late. I don't want to get there on time. It's like I
Yeah.
avoid it.
Yeah. Because you're there all day, every day, and you're like, where's my life?
Where's my life? Yeah, and it really does my head in because I've got no time to do the things I want to be doing. And that's when I get like this, and like, what's the word? Rebelling attitude. And at the minute, because I'm sort of at that stage in my life where it's menopausal, and the power of your hormones and the no fear of saying what you think, I really have to control myself in not getting it all off my chest, what's
Yeah.
going through my mind, like to certain people like my boss, and just telling her to stuff a job and F off, and I can't be doing with you anymore. It's been that close to doing it, but I've had to nip it in the bud and just grit my teeth. And it's
Mm-hmm.
really difficult because the other part of me wants to just let it all out and tell them to sling it and just focus on my music. But
Anton, this would be a good time for you to join
it's not
us.
the energy.
Listen.
It's not the energy to do the change like that with, is it? To approach a new what's the word? Employment.
It's just
Yeah,
like when you have to do the same thing every day over and over and over
it's
again,
the
it's
driving.
like,
It's
and
dangerous
it's
and
not your
aggressive.
passion, and it's like, and
It's
then you
not
just have a few
sitting.
hours with your family, you have to sleep, you have to sleep. It's nuts. This whole reality, we have to try to, I know it's like stay positive, but like
I'm
we
like
have to
dodging
try,
death
otherwise we're gonna go fucking
all
crazy.
day. Dodging death all day from nutty city drivers flying at me from all directions. Not giving a
Yeah.
hoots,
I
thinking they're
know, but
invincible.
to be fair, you keep getting jobs that are driving. Like, you're going
Yeah, but
after another one.
I don't know what came across me to get a job driving in the city
You're not,
at this stage in
are
my
you
life
gonna,
when
like,
I'm
with the one
menopausal. I think it's a test.
menopausal for sure, it's a test. Do you
But to
hear
do
us,
this job
ladies?
at this stage,
I haven't gone
I,
through that yet, but
I don't even
I'm
like
sure it's
cities. I
coming.
don't even like going into town or little towns in the centre. I don't like crowds. So what am I doing getting a job delivering in a city of Nottingham where every moment is rush hour and everyone's
Every moment.
rushing to get somewhere. I don't know where because they're not getting very far very quick. They're
Yeah.
stuck in traffic.
Um,
And yeah, it's quite a head fuck, if you don't mind my French, what I'm doing to myself.
we all go through that though.
Yeah, well, I need to nip this one in the
It's
bud.
kind of like always gonna be in the back of our heads just because that's how it is. Like, that's where we're at. But sorry, I'm putting everybody, I am putting her link to her channel in the chat right now, you guys.
Yeah, Robert, all
Oops,
my
that's not
music
it.
is 432 hertz or 528, one or the other. Everything I upload, I make sure that is on one of those frequencies, because it's healing for us. It helps even just to listen to it, even if you're not watching the videos or anything. It's doing good for the good of all. And that's what I
Yeah,
want
I
to
think
do.
just at this point, just staying sane is doing good for the y'all.
Yeah, that's right.
Just
Staying
stay
sane
sane and
in this
don't fucking go
insane.
crazy, okay?
It is crazy.
Take
It
care of
is
your
out there.
family,
It's
take care
like,
of your loved ones, be a good person, like try to just like stay grounded and not
yeah,
cry.
that's why I go out on these walks and get my feet in the
Yeah.
dirt and take my shoes and socks off, even if it's freezing cold and raining. I don't
Yeah.
care. And as soon as I do that, it's like, wow, the feeling is like an instant, God, I should have done this ages ago, sort of thing, you know. And I feel Earth connect with me straight away, like she's got her arms around me. It's really, really comforting. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
security blanket.
Yeah, I had somebody a couple months ago. I didn't know that. I forgot that I had like my comments restricted on this channel. Actually, by the way, if you didn't know, I have another channel, Amber Dawn Tarot. So go subscribe over there too. But it's different. It's tarot and different stuff. But
Mm.
um, I'm surprised I'm not doing this on tarot. Actually, I don't
All
think I
right.
am.
You could put it on both now.
Oh yeah, I can. But
Yeah.
so subscribe to there too, because we do stuff over
Am
there
I
once in a
subscribed? I
while.
can't remember. Yeah, I'm subscribed. So,
I forgot what I was saying. I always get myself sidetracked.
um, getting your feet in the dirt, grounding,
Hugging trees. Oh yeah.
hugging.
So I got like a month ago, I got a message,
That is
and it doesn't matter. I really don't care anymore. Thankfully, like when I was younger, I got really upset when people would talk shit to me in my comment section or whatever. But now I just really don't fucking care. But apparently I had it restricted. I had a lot of comments restricted, not restricted, but just I had to look over them first and accept them.
yeah.
Um, just because, sometimes people can be dicks and I don't want like to not see it and everybody fucking see it before me. So, yeah, if you're a dickhead, and then either I'll just decide to put you on my thing in the
You
chats and
need a
I'll talk shit
moderator.
back, or I'll just delete it. But
You
and
need
then
a moderator.
he was like, you need to look at Google more. You need to look at Google more. And I was like, what do you mean Google? Like I do look at Google. What are you talking about? He was talking about a case that I think it was Kylie Rodney. I'm not sure. And I was like, I already know. I've been totally fixated on this case. Like, what do you mean I need to look at Google more? And then he's like, if you can't just like get it straight and look at Google, go hug more trees and fucking stop doing this. And I was like,
Wow.
okay. I was like, I will continue to hug trees and I'll keep doing true crime if I want to. Delete.
Google didn't tell you
I
the
didn't
truth
respond to it,
anyway.
but I just deleted it. I was like, you're like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to do what I
Half the
want to
time,
do.
Google, I wouldn't believe a word Google says. I wouldn't trust it.
I just didn't understand what he was saying. I was like, why do you keep saying Google? Google, Google. Okay.
The oracle, the great oracle.
Mm-hmm. The great
Yeah,
oracle.
yeah. What was I going to say? I can't remember.
Sorry.
Hugging trees, yeah. I've been doing a lot of that recently.
I love
I
hugging
love
trees,
it.
dude. Hey, if you guys don't hug trees, hug trees. It's highly recommended.
It's very addictive once you start.
If you're connected, like if you have any inkling of wanting to be connected to Mother Earth, just hug a tree and be open
Yeah,
to
or
the
just sit on
information it
it.
gives you. Sit on
Yeah,
it, read a
yeah, yeah.
book. Read a book.
I
I
always
hug
ask
trees and
permission
I sit
now.
on whatever.
I always
Climb
ask
one.
permission first if I can approach, because it's just out of respect. instead of just plonking myself on its root going, oh, I'm just going to sit on you. It's a bit rude, isn't it? I always
Yes,
say,
you just have to
may I?
like feel it and just be like,
And you get
this one
this
feels good.
answer from within. You do. You get this, of course, Caz. It's just like his voice goes, of
Sit
course
down,
you can.
Caz.
Come
Have a
on,
seat
sit.
on my lap,
Come and
Caz.
sit on my knee.
Come sit on my lap, Caz.
Come on, let's have a cuddle.
Let's have a cuddle, baby. It's been
That is some
years.
awesome
People
tunes,
never
man.
respect me, eh? People never come and hug me or anything, eh? I can't think
I've
of
got
like
some,
the comedian I'm trying to fucking replicate, but
wasn't it?
it's not working. But he's like, yeah.
I'm the last person to ask. I haven't had a TV for years. I feel you, Michelle. Even your F off soothes me. Oh, thank you. This is what I'm thinking. Amber's told me this before about my voice. I might even start making meditation music, like speaking for bedtimes, like I don't know, certain words.
I think just figure out what time of day your voice because there's this guy Steven, I can't think of his last name. Maybe somebody knows, but I could look it up, but my iPad's fucking dead. And he does it in the morning when he wakes up. He'll wake up at like 4 a.m. or 5 or whatever, and his voice will be very tired and raspy still, and that's when he does it. So that it's still like this calm. But your voice
Mine's
is
like
always
it all
calm.
day, raspy.
Your voice is
Do you
always
reckon?
calm,
I know.
not raspy.
Until I get mad.
Until
You've
I
not
get
heard me
mad.
shout.
Until I get mad. And then
No,
I
when I
just
get angry, it
lash
cuts
out on
out
you.
because it's not designed to shout. It cuts off
Exactly. Piss
because
off.
it's not allowed. It doesn't
You
know shouting.
fucking piss off. Like that. Mine's like, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yours
would
is
love to have
different.
your voice rather than mine.
I always
'Cause
used
it's
to lose
just
my voice at parties. That's when I knew the sound quality was bad.
at parties.
Because at parties, when you got like a 10K sound system in the woods, and we used
Yeah.
to go and do these
And
underground
you
parties.
couldn't yell over it?
No, you didn't. You should never have to yell over it. You should be able to stand in front of the PA and have a conversation with somebody and not strain your voice even over the PA. That is when you know you've got the quality of the sound perfect. It's not distorting. It's not. Oh, you get these happy DJs that turn all the bass up, so it's farting at you, like, and just like sounds awful and is offensive on your ears. It's not what sound's about. Sound is meant to be inviting. I used to fall asleep in the bass bin. We had these massive bass bins that you could sit inside. And I used to curl up and go sleep in them when I was tired because they were so cozy. And the bass, it just sent me to sleep. It was a nice, safe place where I felt like I wasn't missing anything because I was inside the speaker. And it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, a good sound system is orgasmic.
We had the best. It was huge. It was massive. It was like a wall of sound that was taller than me. It was a lot taller than me. And we had a 10K generator to power it. It was about a 15K rig that was set up in the woods. And we used to party for 3 or 4 days until the generator ran out of fuel. And there was no more cars to siphon to fill it. That's when we stopped.
Anton. Okay. Anton says, Amber Dawn rising. Sorry, I don't know why I'm like gripping my microphone like this at all intense.
Because you're excited.
I'm very
happy.
theatrical sometimes, and I yell and shit, and I can't tell how loud I am because
You're
it's
just fine, love. Carry on.
okay. Because sometimes I re-listen to the videos, and I sound way louder than everybody does, and then I talk over people and shit, and I'm like, sorry, I didn't
It's all
mean to do
right.
that.
It's just the way you are. We accept that.
I'm a loudmouth.
We let you.
I'm a loudmouth.
Yeah. We like you, loud mouth.
Okay. Anyway, so
Don't ever
Anton
change.
says, Kaz, Kaz can give those details here if she wants to. Then I can fire up the software.
Oh,
So you can
I'll
either
just
give me your. I know you've already given me your details, but
the
I don't know where
chart.
there are in my room. So you can
No, you never do.
you can email it to me if you don't want to say it over
I can
the.
say it. I'm not nothing to hide.
Anton, you there? You ready, buddy?
Just let me know what you need to know.
Aw, thanks, Josie. Thanks, babe. Lick the mic for us. No, I'll lick the mic if I feel like it, not for you. And if you say that again, you're gonna get in
Don't
trouble.
be
Put in
licking
the
the mic.
corner.
The mic
I don't know
licker.
who you are, Steelers fan 501, but I got my eyes on you.
You need a moderator, Amber. You need to make someone
Hey,
moderator.
moderators, watch Steelers fan 501, please. And if he says anything else, he's gone. Damn. Yeah, damn. I don't know you, but you can stay if you're cool. Hey, man. I can be a little overreactive sometimes, but I'm also an empath. So you be good.
And she's bloody knows everything before you do. Don't you?
You got
Sweetie?
your eyes on me. Yep. I don't know, man. Anyways, I'm gonna just um let's see. I trust you moderators.
Date of
Okay.
birth.
Date of
I know
birth,
that.
time,
And
date,
time. Yeah.
date,
It's the
time, and place.
2nd of October, 1973. And I was born at 11:35 in the morning on a Tuesday. And place, Melton Mowbray. It's Melton. Mowbray is Mowbray. Is that all you need to know? Oh, country of birth, yeah, UK. And the town's Melton Mowbray, in Leicestershire.
Let me know if you got
Leicestershire.
all that. Okay, Kimba, I got you, girl. I don't know where all that shit came from. That was weird, but we got them. Fuck those people. I'm not stupid.
Is my sound? Can you hear me all right?
Oh yeah.
Cool. There you go. Kimber M.
Repeat the name of the city or type it in, including
Town.
time of birth.
I'll type it in the comment, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. How do I add comment? I'll go into settings, do I? No.
All right, Kimba, you're a
How do I
moderator
type
now.
in there, Amber?
What'd you
All
say,
right.
sweetie?
How do I type in there? Doesn't go down far enough.
All right, Anton, you're a moderator. Y'all know when people are, just ask them first, are you being a douche? And if they keep trying to string you along, and I trust your intuition. Don't come in here trying to fuck up our vibe, motherfuckers.
I don't know how you do it. How do I add a comment, Amber?
You don't know how to do what, sweetheart? I don't know what you can see. So
I can see the chat, but there's no room at the bottom to put any typing in. It just brings up the chat. Do I click on the chat?
Just tell me and I'll type it in.
It's Melton Mowbray, Melton.
Okay.
Mowbray is Mowbray. That's the name of the town.
October.
And Leicestershire.
5th?
Leicestershire.
Oh, Worcestershire.
No, Leicester. Leicester. Shire.
Leicest.
ER.
Okay.
Shire. Shire. Leicestershire. Leicestershire.
Is that one word?
Yeah.
October 5th?
No, 2nd.
I think I always think 5th for some reason.
You said the first.
Oh, well, yeah. What's the year, sweetheart?
73.
What time?
11:35 a.m. on a Tuesday.
11:35 Anton.
A.m. Yeah.
A.m. I typed it in, but I'm not gonna push send unless you need it, Anton, because I'm figuring you're over there already typing this stuff in as I am. So I don't want to type it. I don't want to push send.
Oh,
Worcestershire sauce.
No, Leicestershire.
It's Leicestershire. Did you get it, Anton?
There is a Worcestershire.
Fuck it. It's already on video. There you go. It's Leicestershire. Leicestershire. It's hard to understand too with accents. It's like Melton Marbury. I'm sorry.
I say Melton Mowbray.
Melton.
I missed the T out. It's how I speak. Melton instead of Melton.
I'm saying it like a country person, like for somebody from Texas.
Yeah, I like it when you speak with an English accent. You're quite sexy.
I've tried before with you, and you said I did pretty good, but I don't think I did.
You do.
You're just being nice.
You are good. You convinced me.
Sometimes when I'm like in the mood, but now I'm like a combination between Australian and something else, like Texan.
I love all the different Yankee Donkey Doo accents I do.
Yankee Donkey Doo. Yankee Donkey Doo.
Yeah, there's like yours, and then there's like, see, Wayne's is different, and Trina's different.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What I mean, y'all? Pajamas. Where's my pajamas?
We were laughing at each other last time we talked because she was talking about her robe.
My dressing gown.
What kind of gown?
Dressing gown.
Her dressing gown. Her dressing gown.
It's like a robe, a bathrobe.
And I was making fun. I was like, dressing gown? What's a dressing gown? And I kind of had a feeling it was like pajamas.
Pajamas.
Yeah.
Pajamas.
Or a robe, and so it ended up being a robe. And so we just kind of like, we started talking about like the differences in languages and stuff. And she's like, well, how do you say like garments, or we got into that, like pajamas. She's like, "What do you
Pajamas.
call them?" I was like, "Pajamas."
Pajamas.
She's like, "Pajamas?" Pajamas.
It's that twang. You have a twang. It's like you say
Nightgown,
tomato, we say tomato.
dressing gown, nightgown. My gammies, my Grammys, moo. Oh, the
Oh,
moo.
dressing gown.
Remember when
Nightgown.
moo were in
Yeah,
style for a
nightgown.
while? I remember when moo like, I don't remember, it was a long time ago, but they were like in style for a while.
My
Isn't that weird?
Grammy's booming.
Oh my God, who was I hanging out with?
What you say, sorry?
Never mind. I don't want to repeat it. It's embarrassing. So I think Anton is looking over your chart. So Anton, are you looking over your chart to talk about it now, or are you just looking it up for later? Because that's fine if you're, because it's super late over where she's at. So
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
like,
You don't have to do it now. I wouldn't expect
yeah,
you
you
to
don't
do it
have to do it
now.
now, but at least you
Just
have
save
it.
it.
Yeah.
You can work on it. Go deep. Deep.
Yeah, that'll be cool. It'll be very, very cool.
It's very interesting, isn't it? That
Hi,
side of
Delaney.
things.
Yeah. It kind of blows your mind sometimes too, like
It's a
when you
lot.
actually.
It confuses me, yeah. Because I
It's
was
confusing.
Scorpio, wasn't I? I was Scorpio. Remember?
What'd you say, Scorpio?
You
What'd you
said
say?
in that chart I was Scorpio, not Libra,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
which I would have never thought.
You'll see
But in
it.
my
See, the thing
menopausal
with
moment,
astrology for me, from my perspective and how I see it, is I think there's a lot of correlations between tropical zodiac and Vedic zodiac. So I feel like it's
yeah,
very different, but there's a lot of similarities too if you start looking into it. But the thing with Vedic is like there's so many different layers that it's intriguing to me, and I like it. It's awesome because it's very accurate, and it's like you can just keep going and going and going and going and going and going in somebody's chart. It's pretty
yeah.
intense.
It's for different my age times as well, isn't it? For when you're like in your 40s and that moment in your life, certain bits of it. There's so much, and it's like, oh, where'd you start?
Your rising sign and your moon sign are Scorpio.
Yeah, I know. That must be the menopausal side of me. The sting's coming out, man.
Welcome to my tropical astrology. I'm a Gemini, Scorpio, double Scorpio. So
Scorpio normally scares me. Scorpios.
yeah, they can be
They can
very
be quite
intimidating.
moody, grumpy. I used to live with one, a male one, and he was so bloody grumpy all the time. And that's why I associate Scorpios being just like arsey. But I don't think all of them must be like that, eh?
No. Intense, very, very intense, very
Yeah, yeah.
aware of what's going on. They're very compassionate and very sweet, but if they have to
And
sting, they
blunt,
will.
quite to the
And so
point of what
they,
they think. I'm not afraid to say. Yeah.
how long have we
I've
been
got to
on?
get to know this side of me, the Scorpio side. Well, Anton's going to tell me
Your
all
sun
about
is
myself
Virgo.
one day. He's going to tell me who I am.
It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Might
Your sun
open
is
some
Virgo.
doors. It might open some doors for me that need to
I
be.
think it will.
explored.
Why am I echoing?
Are you? Because you're too close.
Is it?
Their sun sign is Virgo.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's why I
Isn't
probably
it
get so
weird when you start
confused.
hearing Vedic? You're like, wait, I'm what? Okay, but then
This
you
is
start
like,
seeing why. You start seeing like but see, like how I see it is there's very much similarities and correlations with tropical and Vedic. So I definitely like once I get good enough, which is going to take a while because it's two different systems and
yeah. I'm
Vedic
only
is
just going to
really intense.
headline the tropical one.
No, I think that you would really appreciate I think you're going to really appreciate Vedic when you start seeing him break it down. It's really cool. But
Yeah, yeah.
the cool thing is we record it and well, so okay, hold on. Here's the thing. If it I don't want to put Kaz's birth on blast. If we're recording it, it's if you want, we can put it online, but I know
Gosh,
that huh?
of course you can do whatever you want.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I quite like it. Might as well do
Oh,
it.
okay.
Might as well find out sooner the better. I'm quite excited to find out about myself. Get
Usually
to
what
know
we
me.
do is we do it on a private video. We record it and then we'll put it out if you want.
Whatever you think feels best.
Uh-oh. How are you feeling, Kaz?
What?
Are you awake?
I'm
Are you
awake.
awake?
I'm wide awake. I don't know why. Because I'm
Okay.
excited. I'm excited.
Okay, here's Anton.
Hey.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna go through your chart, but just to make something clear, because there's a lot of confusion between the tropical system and the Vedic system. The thing with the Vedic system, it's based on the fixed stars within the constellations. So, for example, in Virgo, you got the one major star, which is called Sirius, Sirius, but in the
Mm,
Vedic system they call it Chitra.
right.
And in the constellation of Libra, you got the five major stars, which are Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, and Epsilon Corvi. In the Vedic system, they call it Swati.
Oh,
So
okay.
so so both
Swati is
systems.
my rising and my moon.
So both
And
systems.
that's actually Anton's rising or moon. I can't remember.
That's
Moon?
that's that's my moon in Swati.
Mm-hmm.
So both systems actually do work, and they do work. They correlate simultaneously. Now the question is, okay, if you were born on the 2nd of October, then how's your sun sign in Virgo, especially at that time of the year? Because in the tropical system, that should be Libra just before Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's caused by equinoxes. So that's
Okay.
because the our planet it's on a 23.5 degree tilt, and it spins and wobbles like a spinning top, which is like a 24,000 year period. So because of this precession thing, our view in the sky has shifted and changed, and it's going to continue to change. So
Yeah.
see, that's the reason why during the spring equinox on the 20th of March, it no longer falls in to Aries, it's now in Pisces, and it's just going to keep going backwards. So that's what's causing confusion. But in the Vedic system, the when you look at a chart, especially like with the software that Sam Jeppy uses. I'm sure I don't know if Amber's ever used his software, but it'll
I
have both.
have.
You notice it'll have both the nakshatra and
Yes.
the zodiac and the tropical zodiac. Well, because they do correlate and work together simultaneously. So that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm. The other lady, the other woman too, the pretty lady, she wears glasses, brown hair. She does that too. She has an accent. She's like French
Texas,
or huh?
Texas.
Who?
Oh, you're talking about Lada. Lada?
Lada.
She's Bulgarian. I know what you're talking about.
Lada. Yeah. She does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what I would be inclined to do.
Yeah, but see, the problem is like during the last few years, there's been this big hoopla, this big stink about which one is accurate. I mean, they're both accurate. There's that shift because of precession, right? So from our point of view of the sky from down here, it's just shifted.
It's shifted.
Yeah, because of precession. That's all
So
there is.
what does that mean? Like our signs are constantly shifting, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But it
Uh,
takes a long time for it to happen.
yeah, precession moves at a rate of 1 degree every 72 years, but they're saying that precession is actually speeding up. I'm not sure because I'm not a astronomer or physicist. That's what they're saying. But eventually, the spring equinox is going to fall into Aquarius, and it's going to go to Pisces,
Yeah.
to Capricorn, and then Sag, and just all the way around until it makes a full circle back to Aries. It's confusing.
It is confusing, and I think
As
that
well, it's got
definitely
my brain's going.
It's
yeah, I think
confusing.
that we could do a video on that. Definitely like a whole video on that for sure.
Yeah, it's confusing at first. And see, another thing that precession has caused is like up here in the northern hemisphere. If you've noticed that on the 20th of March, it doesn't feel like spring. It feels like the tail end of winter. It's still freaking cold. So
Mhm.
again, that's caused by precession. So eventually, like like far in the future, instead of summer beginning on the 20th of June, spring is going to begin on the 20th of June, and then you go to September. That's when summer will begin, and then in December is going to become fall,
Yeah,
and then winter will begin in March. So that's what's slowly happening until it goes back like full circle. I
right.
mean, there's a
Yeah,
lot of details. Yeah, that's because of precession.
yeah,
So
right.
do you 2000 years is about 3 weeks, seasons are off. Anton and I argued this for hours. So Iowa said change of signs just makes Western mind comfy. And then I said, what do you mean, Iowa? I don't like mind changing because I really don't. Like when I heard I was a fucking Taurus in Vedic and then Libra rising and moon, I was like shocked. But then I started learning about it and I started realizing like there's a lot of similarities between the two.
Yeah.
But
So
then
that
Iowa said 2000 years is about 3 weeks, seasons are off. Anton and I argued this for
well,
hours.
I was just explaining that like again, like you come March 20th, it doesn't feel like spring. It feels like the tail end of winter, and then we don't get like spring like temperatures until like late April, sometimes
That's true.
So that's because of this precession thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
sorry if you had to repeat yourself. Sometimes I'm looking at the chat and trying to keep up with everything.
no, it's okay. So it's yeah.
Yeah,
You can
it's
use
pretty mad, isn't it?
you can use tropical for basics, but going deep, use Vedic systems. Exactly.
Yeah, and that's
It's
why
a
I'm
lot.
learning Vedic. I've been called to Vedic for how long have I known you now, Anton? Not that Anton wasn't the one that got me into it, but like I think that whole situation, like Anton, it was a part of the same group as me, which Heidi was in and stuff, and then like then they were like introducing Sam Jeppy and like I started researching like different people like KRS what is it? KRS what? KRS
KRS astrology.
astrology.
Kapil Raj.
Anyways,
Kapil Raj. Yeah.
and so like I started studying and I was getting really into it and then it was overwhelming and like I need somebody like sometimes to actually talk me through stuff, but um so fell out for a while and now here we go. Like Anton's back and then we got Iowa over here. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's learn some astrology, bitches.
The
Hell
the
yeah.
the Vedic sidereal system takes like 10 years to master. And I've been doing it for over 6. So
I know. It's gonna
sometimes
take some I'm gonna keep having to tell myself, focus.
I suppose
Yeah,
you know, you should keep it fresh, don't you? Keep interested in it.
And not
Yeah, but
overwhelmed and bored. Cause you know,
Yeah.
I have a tendency of getting bored sometimes. I'm like, okay, like
Yeah, you get bored quite easily,
deity's
don't you?
this, chakra's that, fucking
Lose
houses
interest,
this,
right? Yeah.
degrees that.
Kiki asked, how about the human design charts? Are you familiar with that? Can you be a little bit more specific? Like, you mean how the charts are illustrated? If she's still here, he or she, I don't know.
How about the human design chart?
How about the human design charts? Are you familiar?
No,
with
I
that?
read that too. I don't know either. I was kind of like trying to think like maybe like acupressure or things like that. Acupuncture, things like that. I just learned about them. Is that kind of what it is, Kiki? Sorry. I can't even get your name out of my mouth.
Kiki.
Sorry. Sorry, but I'm not. But I say
What I do know is that each chart has about 12 houses with the nakshatras in there in different segments. And each house on the chart represents the different parts of the body, if that's what you're talking about itself. And then you got all the way at the 12th house, which are the feet. I mean, is that what you're talking about? Because
what's the chart for birth dates?
The 8th house is the sacral area, like the sexual reproductive organs.
Mm-hmm.
10th house is knees, 11th house is legs. Yeah, each
Does it
house
have like chakra points in the chart? Does it have like a?
Yeah, there are chakra points.
Yeah.
And each house is different parts of the body.
Yeah.
Split up into 12. That's how deep the Vedic sidereal system is. It's very complex.
Yeah. See, I'd never heard of it before until Amber told me. There's not many people do it, is there? Not many people do it for readings.
I think a lot of people do. You just have to search it. Once you start seeking it, you'll see a lot. You'll find a lot.
I've never knew existed. So yeah, I've not looked for it. So.
It's everywhere.
You could charge a fortune. It costs you a fortune to have your reading done because it takes so
It does
long.
because it takes so much. Not all the time. If you just want like a basic reading, you can get a basic reading. It's not going to be as
That would probably
expensive.
take about 5 hours.
But if you want like a super deep reading, either you're a great person and somebody is willing to do it for you for free, and you're just a very lucky person. Otherwise, it's going to cost a lot because it takes days, huh, Anton? It takes days. It could take weeks. It depends on how much time you have, and like you can go deep.
And how good a reader you are at what you do, and if you can be bothered.
I think the better readers can go deep without having to take a hell of a lot of time.
Right,
That's the trick. I think that's the trick
with it, yeah. Like you are with the tarot.
I just read the cards.
I've been
I know,
doing.
but you're excellent at it.
Oh, thank you.
You are.
Tarot. I could do too. Tarot, I could do too. I've started doing that like 30 years ago. So I got experience of that. Going back to the charts, like you can see the different directions. Like the first house would be east, seventh house is west, fourth house is north, and then you got your 10th house, which is south direction. So those are quadrant houses.
Anton.
Huh?
It's very difficult for people to understand what you're saying if you don't have like a visual. And it's very late where she is. I don't know if you're.
Yeah,
are you okay, Caz?
I don't mind. It's like just go with the flow, yeah.
Okay, so Anton, can you share your screen? Just so she can see. I don't know. For me, I'm a visual person. Maybe there's some people in chat and the audience who is visual, so it's helpful.
Yeah, one sec.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for being here.
A lot of details.
Kiki says, much like astrology, a new trend. Astrology is not a new trend. Astrology has been here since the beginning of time because it has to do with the solar system and the planets and the stars. So I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, Kiki, but I was just saying.
Astrology, they used to navigate by it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Or still do.
Yeah, maybe
it's like
maybe
a weather forecast.
Perhaps what she meant is that because a lot of people are starting to raise their
frequency. I understand. It's becoming like a trend.
Yes.
Well, it has been a trend. Like we were talking about the other day is with the fucking newspapers, right? Looking up your sign in the newspaper and being like, "Oh, this is my day today." It's like, nah.
See, I used to do that years ago when I'm, probably 20, 30-year-old. But I wouldn't even read a newspaper or even consider reading the stars in a newspaper now. It would just not interest me. If anything, I'd see it as a joke.
Kiki said, yeah, I think
a comic.
Oops.
Because it's everything on that side of the mainstream has become so false to me that I just don't give it any energy at all. I don't even entertain it.
Kiki, if you're still here, so I have some downloaded different types of meditations and stuff that I used to do. I haven't done it for a while because I've talked to Anton about this before. Not this. I talked to him about other things that were elevating me, but this was like another aspect of like I started to doing chanting with different organs in my body. There's different sounds for your liver, your stomach, your heart, your lungs. There's different sounds that you say. And so that I think kind of correlates with what you're talking about with the numbers in the body. Numbers correlate to sounds, colors correlate to sounds and numbers and all of that. So it's all kind of the same, right? There's vibrations to different elevations of manifested things. Gosh, sometimes I don't know if you guys get it what I'm saying, because I don't explain things well.
We do.
But yeah, sometimes I'm like, I'm just going round and round in circles, not knowing how the fuck to explain what I'm trying to say.
No, you're doing a great job. You do make sense, as I'll tell you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'll be honest and say I didn't understand.
Can you see the screen? I shared it.
You didn't understand?
No, I'd be honest if I didn't understand and tell you I didn't understand, but I do.
Okay.
So carry on.
I think I said all I had to say.
I can't remember what you're saying now. Can you?
All right. I know, right?
Is that short?
She's been touching a lot of mushrooms today.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Anton has the patience of a priest. He's priest isn't
You must
the good
have
one.
to
Of a
learn
monk.
this stuff. God.
Maybe not a monk. The patience of a saint.
What they
That's pretty
call
I was a priest in a past life.
priest.
A priest.
Yeah, Temple of Isis. Isis religion.
Patient priest.
A patient priest.
Patient priest.
You're dealing with see, I'm thinking tropical, so I'm not even going to start again with the tropical shit.
Don't you go
on with Vedic.
Us.
You go on with Vedic, Anton. Because you know me, I can't stop. What?
Don't be going tropical when we're trying to explain Vedic now.
I know. And then I start talking Vedic too, and then I just confuse the hell out of myself and everybody else, and I'm like,
yeah, don't be doing that either.
Yeah.
Today, not today.
Not today. Okay, I'll shut up now. It's all you, Anton.
Shut it.
Shut it, bitch. Shut it.
Yeah, so this is the Vedic chart here. So this design here is called the North Indian system. There's different designs. There's north, south, and east.
Yeah.
So it's all look like diamond shaped. So this right here would be your ascendant. So that would be your second house, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this would be the head, and it ends here with the feet.
Okay.
So,
wow.
and right over here, it shows the your rising sign, which is called Lagna, and the longitude. So which sign it's in, the degrees, the nakshatra, and the pada. The padas are. Why do I hear myself?
Yeah, start echoing. Amber, you've come on twice.
Yeah, so these are the padas. They're divided into four segments, and most of the padas they sometimes they overlap until the next sign.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean I need some time to analyze, because as you can see, there's a lot here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, take your time, mate. Take your time. You know, you don't have to do it now. You know, I understand there's a lot of work involved.
See, Vedic weekday, you were born on a Tuesday. That's all there. Your yoga, Subhagaya, sunrise, sunset on the day you were born. There's a lot. There's way too much. And then you go over here to Dasa. These are your planetary periods. They vary in length. What's your current one? Your current one is Moon.
Okay.
And the 8th of January coming up, you're going to another planetary phase of Mars. And that lasts for 6 years. Yeah, like when we do the thing, I'll explain everything to you. What all
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is.
sure.
It's way too much. You're gonna
Yeah.
be here for hours.
That'll be
I I
crazy.
I
I've got
IOX
to
in
go
the
to work in a minute.
yeah IOX in the chat. He knows this stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so.
The moon is
It's
considered
very,
debilitated. You get a lot of mood. You get a lot of mental and emotional mood swings.
oh, yeah, I have.
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
minute, at this time in life, I have. I don't even know what I'm going to feel like in half an hour sometimes.
Yeah, because the moon is it's the mind and the emotions, right? So it's connected to the mind, and then you're like it's Scorpio, which is number eight.
Oh,
So if you visualize the number eight, it goes up, it bends around, it goes down. So it's all
yeah.
the ups and downs.
It's very up and down, Anton, at the minute. I find it's difficult in the minute to actually wake up and stay happy first thing until I get out in the countryside, and that just clears it. That stops any mood swing coming in. It just distracts me, and it really helps. But yeah, I've been right grumpy in the mornings recently, and I don't know why.
Um, I forgot
It's
where is Iowa. Are you still in? Is he still in? I can't see the chat from here. Is he still there?
Yeah.
yeah.
Where's the moon now, and where's it transiting now? I think if I yesterday was in, where was it yesterday? Was it Virgo yesterday? Is it in Libra now? I forgot.
I do. I'm always out in it. I do get as much sun as I can. If there is sunshine in the UK. Mind you, it has been
He
quite good for that this year.
Did he answer?
he said, could be. I'm on a different laptop. Do you need me to look it up?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. You just pull up. If you're using the same software, just pull it. Just open it, and it'll automatically show up the current sky to enter any dates or times or anything. It's automatic. Just open it up and it'll pop up.
Moon.
Yeah.
So the Lagna is Leo. The moon is Virgo.
It's still in Virgo. Still in Virgo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it
Okay.
says.
All right.
November 20th, 2022, time 23:01. Yep. Oh, this is South Massachusetts.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just want to know which sign
Okay.
the moon is. It doesn't matter the location. Wow. What degrees?
Degrees 28.
28.
28, 20.
I think by tomorrow it should enter Libra because it stays in the
Let's see.
stays in the sign for about 2 days because it takes like 27, 28 days to make a complete orbit around us.
Tomorrow, Libra. Yep.
Right.
Swatch.
So Kaz, this Vedic
Ooh.
system is also lunar based.
Okay.
Yeah. So it takes around a month for the moon to go through all of these.
Right.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the moon doesn't orbit around the sun; it orbits around us, right? But it's getting its gravitational pull from the sun through us, right? I mean, that's how
Yeah.
it works. So
What I was going to say,
it's a lot
because
here.
you know, our moon, our real moon, which used to be closer to Earth, does this system go by the moon that we can see or the moon that we can't see?
Even if you can't see the moon because of its phases, it's still there, so it still can have an influence.
Right. But I mean, like our natural moon that was here before this moon. So it uses the moon that came after that pushed. Do you know what I'm saying?
Probably because the ephemeris that the developer, the guy who created this software,
Mm.
I mean, you can go
My
back to
moon's in my first house too, Iowa.
you can go back to like 16,000 BC,
Right.
so it should
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just a thought, that was all, because oh shit, I've got to plug in, it's going to cut out. Yeah, since finding out that our real moon, you actually can't see it, it's dark, and you can see it if you know where to look with a telescope. It was pushed out of its orbit, wasn't it? By this, I mean, this whatever it is that come in. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, would you think that would change astrology a lot if people knew that?
I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would. I mean, that would help.
No, I just wondered, that's all, because you know, when people start waking up and realizing certain things aren't what they are, it's going to make people go, well, this is wrong then, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These readings are wrong because that is real and blah blah blah. It's going to make certain people question things.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are waking up, like their
Yeah.
frequency like raising, but unfortunately, there's also a lot of people that will continue to be like consciously be in a deep sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay out. What's the word? Ignorant.
So
Arrogant.
my experience with the moon in the first house is like needing to do physical things. I don't know if you already talked about this because I was dealing with other stuff, but like like physical things, like I have to I have to have expression within my physical body in order for me to feel good. Emotions, moon, first house, physical body.
Right.
The head, for my head to feel good, my emotions to feel good, I have to like work out or do some kind of movement with my body. Like my body and my
Yeah.
emotions are one. And that's
Right.
how I feel like the moon in the first house is representing. And then of course, depending on what sign that is another motivation on how you express yourself with the moon in the first house.
Right. Yeah.
Way too much. I'm telling you.
it's,
Sometimes
but it's like
It's a lot, but once you like start understanding it,
that's
it's just so
already making
fascinating.
sense already. What you've told me is the way I'm feeling this
Yeah. Emotional ups
recently.
and downs.
Ups and downs. I was just like, I burst into tears this morning. I don't know why. I was just rolling some cigarettes, and all of a sudden I was just like blubbering, proper crying about something, and I don't know what it was. And that's when I went out for a walk.
Yeah.
Just to get out.
But then
wanted
you're,
to go out
you're going through women changes too. And so that's probably reflecting from in the chart as well, you know. That may be why you've been going through ups and downs, is because like you're going through this period in your chart, and just at this specific age where all the planets are aligned in a specific way that represents
very
you.
powerful
And
emotion. It just comes on out of the blue, and it's quite bizarre how it can take me by surprise. Do you know what I mean? 1 minute I'm just like la la la, next minute I'm
Yeah, but don't forget.
next minute.
Sorry. Yeah, Moon's entering Libra tomorrow, and then in a couple of days from now, it's gonna enter your ascendant. So slowly, you're starting to feel that energy, because it's only like a couple of days away, right, before it enters your ascendant.
Right.
Yeah.
Will that make me change my mood? Would it change my mood for me? Because it's very extreme. It's a bit like the weather in England at the minute. My mood's very unpredictable.
well, and it's also that time of year for us here, like going from summer to winter.
It's the darkness as well. The amount of time in the dark is quite
the dark. It takes time to adjust.
Sad. It is, because I find myself doing the gardening in the dark, because I need to give my plants some attention, and I'm out there like raking the leaves in the dark or digging. You know what I mean? Because I've run out of daylight, and I think, well, I've got no other time to do it. I don't mind doing it in the dark, but all my neighbours think I'm a right way day. She's out there in the dark again.
Anton.
Yeah.
Iowa X said 6 years in mood dasha, right, Anton?
Yeah, she's going through the her moon dasha, so that's another reason why she's going through what she's going through. But that's 10 years, and that's gonna end on the 8th of January, and then her Mars.
Oh my gosh, her moon dasha is almost over.
Yep.
Yeah, girl, you're almost out of this fucking shit, girl.
Oh God.
You're almost like out of this part anyway.
Oh, cool. Into the next, whatever that is.
We always have another session to go. But I would say, go ahead. I'm sorry, Anton.
Her Mars dasha is coming up, and it's
oh, she's gonna become.
It's gonna last.
An alien.
It's gonna last. No, not necessarily. It's gonna.
I'm just kidding.
It's gonna last for 7 years, but her Mars is retrograde. So before she gets into any battles, you got to take a few steps back. But Mars in the 6th house also helps you like overcome enemies and disputes. But before you argue or get into any disputes, take a few steps back and figure things out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, her moon dasha is ending in January.
That's not a long way.
And her Mars starts in January. Actually, Mars in the 6th house is good because it can like give you victory over enemies and protects you.
Yeah, right. I haven't actually got any. I don't think I know I've got any enemies apart from me. I could be my own worst enemy.
Well, yeah. See, that makes sense because it's in Aries, so that represents the 1st house of the self. Mm-hmm. So this is also a period where you have to come to terms with yourself. You might have some like self-internal battles, but during those moments, You got to take a few steps back. One sec.
Yeah,
How is your
I
nakshatra and Mars, Anton?
could totally see that. It needs to
It's
be done as well.
first pada of Bharani. So it's Aries Leo. Leo Navamsa, Aries Rasi, right? So fire sign.
Oh, fucking damn. Somebody's about to be a boss up in this bitch. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know. Is she going to go from like emotional and like ups and downs and moon energy to like a fucking firecracker or what? No, and not in a bad way. Like, Mars can be fucking like
I
fierce,
like
you know, like
Mars.
taking all that knowledge and kicking ass
Yeah,
and taking names, right?
Mars is
Well,
cool. I've spoke to Mars many a times with the chart.
well, look,
It depends on where the other signs are.
Right.
it's first house energy and the sixth house, and in the sixth house, it's not just about conflicts and disputes and litigations, health and service, or
Hmm.
deaths and diseases, but the sixth house, it shows our prarabdha karma. Prarabdha is the portion of karmas that everybody's given at birth, right? Because there's three types of
Okay.
karma. There's three types of karmas. There's the accumulation of karmas from all the previous lives, and then there's that portion that we're given because we can only handle so much, right? Because life is short.
Right.
So during this 6-year period, you're gonna have to exhaust a lot of those karmas that you were given. But see, you got to be careful because while we exhaust our karmas from the past, we also accumulate new karma. So you got to be
Right.
careful with your decision making and the choices that you make, especially pertaining to first and sixth house stuff. But then with this dasha, maybe you're gonna, it would be helpful if you get more physically active.
I need. Do you know what? You're totally
No,
right.
no. I've been telling her this for years. But she's already physically active. Her body seizes up because she's like driving all the time and she
I
like gets
drive
stuck
every
in.
day.
But I keep telling her
Stuck in a
yoga,
bloody
yoga,
car.
yoga, yoga.
I'm
And
going.
Amber, can you
I'm
make a
getting
workout?
into the yoga,
Can you
and
make a
she can't.
workout video for me? Oh, I don't want to. And so I didn't even put that much effort into it. I just showed her what
I did.
is
I watch it.
necessary. How many times has she watched it? Like 3 times, 4
Oh,
times?
Okay,
I
I
can
can.
see how many times you've watched
yeah,
that
but now
video.
I know it. I know it. I don't need to watch it again.
You need
Okay.
to do more stretching and strengthening,
I
and but
know.
she walks outside, and which is great. At least she's getting her ass outside and
I
breathing
walk
in that
miles
air.
on the
You know what I mean?
weekend.
That's more than a lot of people can say.
I
Okay.
And
walk
I
till I
think
can't
just
walk
like
anymore.
stretching and yoga would be very helpful. I've been doing a lot of yoga lately, so of course I'm going to be a big
I was
mouth
thinking
and be
about
like, "Hey, do
qigong.
yoga." But it feels so good. And when you're done,
I
you're just like
know.
open
Do you know
and
last
you're
time I
like
did yoga,
sweating and you're
Amber?
like, "Yes, let's get out
Last time
these
I did
toxins."
yoga, I did the warrior yoga. Which one was it? The
You did the yeah. I hate that. I hate that one. It's the
and I
X
pulled
what is
the
what's it called?
muscles in
The
the
X.
front of my shins, and I got cramp in both shins
I
in the middle
know.
of the
I didn't
night, and
like
it
that
threw
one
me
because
out of bed, and I was
it held the
screaming.
warrior the whole time.
I didn't know. I didn't
It
know the
sucked.
pain
I was
was
like, "Can we get out of the
unbearable, and it
warrior
put me
and
off
do other
yoga.
shit?" Like
It put me
if I
off yoga
wanted to
because
be
of that
missionary,
cramp. You
we keep
listening?
talking over each other.
That was from
Yeah, I
yoga.
do that a lot. Yes.
And
Okay.
I didn't know
Can I
how to
say
stop
something
this
now?
cramp in both my
Yeah.
shins.
I'm
And
stopping.
God knows what the neighbours thought I was doing, like shouting my head off at 3 in the morning. They're probably going, who's she got round there?
Okay, can I say something?
Sure.
Amber just said a minute ago that she's been telling you for years, right? and you're like blah 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 blah, which is fine. Which what everybody needs to understand
Yes. 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 Yes.
is that she's been telling you to do your
She's
sixth
getting
house.
pissed. Look at her face. She's like, I'm going to get you next time we talk tomorrow. Oh, girl. I'm going to kick your ass, girl.
No, go on, Anton. Sorry,
I'm
just
sorry.
ignore Amber a minute.
Ignore me a minute. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
I was listening.
So the thing is, she's like been telling you for years to do all this sixth house stuff. You got to understand that that sixth house energy is about to kick in. So whatever you're being suggested to do pertaining to the sixth house that she says she's been telling you for years, you haven't put any energy or focus into it because it wasn't your time. But that time is coming.
Right. Okay, that
Right, makes
I
sense.
could
So
feel it as well.
just
I could feel it coming as well. Yeah, it's weird.
right. So just like what's meant to happen in 5 years from now will happen in 5 years from now.
Okay, yeah.
But it's understandable because she probably didn't know, and you didn't know either, which is okay. But that's why
No, that's
you
cool.
have. That's why you
What
haven't
didn't
done
I
it.
know?
Yeah,
That's
that's why
why.
I've not done it. Are
That's
you
why you have.
listening, Amber?
Yeah, I was
That,
listening. That event, you're going to get out of that soon.
that's why
Yeah.
you haven't started this yet because during the past 9, 10 years, you've been focusing on your first house issue or your phase.
Mhm.
But now you're coming out of that, and then you're going into your sixth house phase, right? And then after your sixth house phase, you're going into your second house, which is where your Rahu is. So you have to focus on that energy. You're coming out of your first house phase of your moon dasha with all the ups and downs that you've been going through almost 10 years, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And now you're going into your sixth house energy. Now, what I want to make clear to everybody is that all of these planetary phases or cycles that we go through, they vary in length by different planets. Like I came out of a 19-year planet of period of Saturn. All of these dashas or planetary periods are a result of our karmas. That's part of the portion of karmas that we're given, and they're stretched out. And so that's why everybody goes through these different phases in life because of our karmas.
Right.
That's the reason why. That's the main reason why everybody reincarnates to exhaust those karmas. But like I said earlier, while we exhaust our karmas, we accumulate our choices
Accumulate.
and our decision making.
Yeah.
Because 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 the karmas that we accumulate will become our future destiny.
Okay.
I went through a Saturn period, 19 years, and within that 19-year period, I went through my Sajjasati, which is a 7-year Saturn phase within my Saturn period, and I went through my Saturn return. So I went through a lot of heavy Saturn energy during the last 19 years.
Right, yeah.
But now I'm in my Mercury phase, which started 2 years ago. Finally.
Does that feel better in your Mercury stage?
It does. Oh, yeah.
Saturn, I always get the feeling Saturn, when I hear Saturn returns, something about it.
Right.
I just feel Saturn, even though I know Saturn is being manipulated and, you know, the rings are being used for bad things. It's such a big planet, isn't it, compared with Mercury?
It is.
It's gas giant, isn't it?
See, Saturn is about patience and organizing and structure and responsibility and maturity and all of that. It also causes delays, but part of that Saturn energy still exists because now I use the Mercury energy in Virgo. So sometimes I put things off because sometimes I feel the need to reassess things before I actually make a move.
Yeah.
So that's part of the lesson there. You got to take that because Saturn also teaches us lessons. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. 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 And didn't it used to be our sun, didn't it?
our somewhat.
Saturn used to be our sun.
Saturn, sorry. Was it
Actually,
once our sun? Many moons ago. So that was just a joke.
thinking was any closer to the sun, then that would be a gas giant too.
Yeah. It is a gas giant, isn't it? Yeah.
It's gas, right?
Yeah.
But if it were to come like within our like habitable zone, it would probably become a sun. But it's further out, right?
Right. I've heard from just
Saturn is the black sun. Yes.
right. It used to be before our sun. It used to be our sun, didn't it? Though, or before.
Yeah, see, in astrology, Saturn and Saturn are like big time enemies.
Okay.
Oh, big time. Oh
Right.
my
They,
god.
they have a
Right.
Cranky
father
old men. It's like that movie. Cranky
father
old men. Grumpy old men.
father son strained relationship.
Yeah.
Because sun
Yeah.
is about vitality and the ego, independence and all that, and Saturn is like, man, drop your fucking ego and just chill the fuck out. There's two different
Yeah.
energies. Right?
Yeah.
Slow down. Slow down,
I
child.
need to drop my fucking ego. I had a word with my ego earlier. Come to think of it. I was just going to myself, just ignore that ego. It's doing me head in. Do you know what I mean?
In there.
Because sometimes this shit, my ego, I can't switch it off. Just me head in.
Yeah.
And I don't want to listen to it, questioning everything. Give it a rest. I need to learn how to put it in its place more.
Saturn. So, Anton, Iowa was saying that Saturn in your youth seems to make astrologers.
Hang on, sorry. What?
Okay.
Just talk.
Hey girl, how you doing over there? It's getting late over there.
It's 4:30.
Good Lord. We can always
I'll be
do
going out the
this
door.
another night, baby girl.
It won't be light yet for another day.
Another day. No, it'll be late
And
for
if
a
you
couple
blink
hours.
in a blink of an eye, the daylight's gone. It's dark again.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to be quick.
I know.
Go out at sunrise. Go out at amber dawn.
Iowa said Mercury. Now he is just talk. Does that mean like collectively or individually? Iowa. Around 54. Iowa said around 54 you will get your second Saturn return.
54. That's I'm 50 next year. It's not long.
Whew, get ready for it. Get ready for it. Start fucking, just like buckling down, meditating. Like you're already doing it. You're already doing it.
I do. I just need to stop.
It's difficult.
With substances.
What's wrong with your shrooms? Are you talking about shrooms?
No.
Oh.
I'm not talking about shrooms.
Oh,
they're organic.
We don't. Yeah, I think shrooms is what you're. Yeah, what really?
Beautiful magic
Magic
experiences. they're good. They're okay because they're always in moderation. You can't abuse them because she won't let you.
All right.
You know, last year I tried doing mushrooms too soon after the last one, and they don't work. You need to have a good break in between each time you experience them. So they're made not to be abused.
Well, thank you, Josie.
And that's what I
Thank
like about them. No, the other things I'm on about. Synthetic.
So I like again. I'm gonna need time to look at your chart and see what needs to be done for you to balance things, like all the energies on it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because like on my chart personally, not to go too much into it because this is about you. I got two planets that were enemies, and then I got another planet, benefic planet, in the sixth house, and that wasn't much help until I figured things out. So I'm gonna have to figure out your chart and then see what can be done to balance those energies so that they can work in your favor instead of against you.
Sure, that'd be
I
great.
mean, it is possible
Yeah,
because once you like rise to a higher frequency, then you can get all those celestial objects to work in your favor. You rise above it where it can't do shit anymore.
yeah, that'd be awesome because I feel like every time I get close to being on the positive and working with, awakening more and more and more, getting more spiritually connected, using my abilities, something keeps distracting me, something keeps bringing my energy down. Like, it's quite powerful. I mean, I've been cleansing the house quite a bit with sage and my aura and all my crystals because I need to get my house hasn't got bad energy, but there's something clinging to me that's nagging my energy, and it needs to be gone. I need to overpower it.
Yeah. I mean,
It's distracting me from being where I want to go. It's withholding me,
Yeah.
It's like every time I go to write a tune, there'll be loads of distractions, so I don't get to start it. And I know I really want to make some music, but I keep getting cut off by something. It's really annoying, frustrating.
Right. So we'll get to that, and because I mean, we all need some healing. I mean, self healing. It's on everybody's chart. That's why
Yeah,
everybody goes through like our ups and downs. Remember, like I said earlier, our entire lifespan from birth until death are a results of our karmas. That's why we have our highs and we have our lows because of the
yeah,
choices that we make. So there's our rewards, and then there's our lessons that we have to take seriously. And because the rule of thumb is, as per universal law, if we really fuck something up, then we have to reincarnate again at some point and go through that same situation again until we get things
yeah,
right. So that's why I've been saying that we got to be careful. Not just you, that goes for everybody, including myself.
yeah. And I totally understand that as well. If you don't get something, or if you don't think you learned something from whatever, then you go back and you learn it until you have learned something, what it is you needed to learn.
Yeah, and according to like in Vedic scriptures, it is said that going into deep meditation and putting into practice, or even as a practitioner, can dissolve all of our karmas.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It can dissolve. It can dissolve our past karmas.
yeah, yeah. Awesome.
Obviously.
And
That's why we always say meditate, meditate,
I
meditate,
do. I meditate a
meditate.
lot. Well,
Sometimes, like you
meditate.
said, though, sometimes like it happens, man. Like our mind likes to go, no, you have to go take the trash out, or no, you have
Yeah,
to go paint your
it puts
nails.
it off.
Yeah. And then you're like, okay,
And then before
now
you
it's
know it,
9 o'clock at
it
night and I'm tired.
yeah, bedtime or whatever, cooking
Yeah,
dinner or something.
that's where the true, like, you have to just be like just do it. The Nike swoosh, just do it. Just do it.
I
Just
meditate
like
every night in bed. I always sleep
that's
to
perfect.
meditation.
Yeah.
I always have a meditation on, always.
Yeah.
and
That's
here's
good.
another.
Not me.
Here's another secret. If we raise to a higher vibration or frequency or a higher level of consciousness, then that would give us the power, being connected to the universe or to God through self-realization. We can actually nullify our natal charts,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
nullify everything.
Wow.
My best friend got me into thinking that. He's like, you know that you can just like become free of all that karma, right? You don't even have to be attached to your zodiac chart anymore, right? You can change it. I was like,
Yeah,
wow. And then yeah, so it is very true. Like we
you
can.
can.
We don't have to be tied down to this stuff. This is all 3D.
Yeah.
Even this, like when you were showing the chart you were yesterday, or not yesterday, the last show we did, Anton, and with all the deities and the gods
Yeah, I
in
watched
there
that.
and
That was cool.
creation, and like that's not even the like that's kind of like part of astrology, isn't it? Like that is, no, we shouldn't go into that. That's a whole nother discussion. Stay tuned. We will go on to
Well,
part 2 on that.
It's like when I
astrology.
write my music, it's like I escape. I lose hours when I'm writing a tune.
Yes.
And it's like a meditation. I'm deep in, I live in the moment and
Look,
lose track of time. Time does
Creating
not exist.
beauty
And
in
I can lose,
vibration
I've
to
lost days
heal.
before writing music. I've like skipped a whole day and I'm like, what happened?
What happened
I
to
just gotta come out
today?
of it. And I'm like,
And then you put your headphones on and you're like, oh yeah,
I'm just,
I remember what happened to today.
Time just stops. It doesn't exist. And I just go and write. And that's what I want to be doing. But there's these distractions that keep putting me off from getting to do that.
look.
Because
Here's the thing.
obviously this something knows that I'm good at what I do once I get in there, and it doesn't want me to.
I'll tell you this.
Connect.
I'll tell you this. According to Vedic cosmology, at the top of our universe, it's Brahma. At the top of our universe, so how many billions of miles above us, and where Brahma sits, that's our crown chakra.
Okay.
So that's way above our solar system and all those planets. So yeah, you can rise above it, but
Yeah.
you have to open all of your chakras and maintain it and keep it balanced.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not a 1 day process. So
Yeah. Definitely need to work on my chakras as well. It's all on the list to do things. Yeah. It's coming. I know it's coming.
yeah.
I can't wait.
Well, remember you have to make it happen
I
because
know. Yeah. And I
because
feel it coming.
because we all have the power of manifestation just like God does, but our power of manifestation is limited because we're so stuck in this costume called the body, right? The
Yeah,
physical. So, but
yeah,
you gotta manifest your own environment.
absolutely. And that's what I've been starting to do. I've started to actually visualize myself in a different environment, work-wise, job-wise, and actually create it, because I know that's what we can do. You have to create your reality. If you want change, you change it.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's the staying focused and keeping the visualization like it's happened going.
You know, I'm actually glad that you and like even Amber or Alex and some other people, they're open and willing and ready. At times, the universe leads me to people that are just extremely hard-headed and stubborn, and because they're not ready. But then I've learned I had to be more patient with them. But sometimes I do feel overwhelmed because I come across these people. It's because of my karma, because in a previous life, I lost my patience.
Right, yeah.
So that's why sometimes helping certain people, there's a delay because they have to gain my trust, right? They have to. I
Yeah.
mean, I have to earn their trust first,
Yeah.
right?
They
That's
yeah.
why that's why there's some people that we jive with, like we vibe with right away, and then there's others that we come across or meet, and there's like some hesitancy there. That's because
Yeah.
of our karmas, right? But
Yeah, right.
the main reason why I do feel overwhelmed at times is because I want to exhaust the karmas and get that shit over with. So like whenever I do reincarnate, I don't have to go through the same situation again. I like to
Yeah.
move forward, you know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Do. I know exactly what you mean.
We all we
Iowa,
all
like
have
they
to
are.
exhaust our karmas. We all have karmas. We all have to exhaust our karmas. And it takes a responsible soul to know, like, hey, like I think even yesterday, like Anton made a responsible decision yesterday that, hey, like this is what I need to do and I need to not do this, and I respected him for that. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like we all have our karmas that we need to recognize, being spiritual adults, being adult human beings, being wise, hopefully, recognizing when we need to switch things up a little bit and, like clear a little bit of stuff out so that we can move forward in another life and not be stuck in these fucking routines.
Yeah. I've learned that instead of, like, sometimes I can overwhelm myself with the little time I have off work, thinking, right, I've got all this I want to do, and overwhelm myself with too many things that I need to do on a weekend. Instead of now, I just say, do the things that you like best first, and the rest can follow if there's time. But always do the things you like the best first. And I only get as far as going for a walk now
Yeah,
because I
like
go all day. I spend all day and into the night out in the countryside. I take a pack up and everything
yeah,
and come back in the dark. Don't care if it gets dark. Quite like it. It's different experience. Get to see the stars. But yeah,
Iowa.
it's
What do you, oh,
God.
Iowa. You talk about the, oh, I know which Aussie woman, I know which Aussie girl you're talking about. Yeah, I had to deal with her for like freaking over 10 years. But I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not mentioning her name, but she's actually starting to come through. Like, I told her like over a decade ago, before she got married, I said, this guy's he's gonna treat you like shit and he's gonna take advantage of you. And she didn't believe it, which is understandable. Like, who wants to hear that shit just before they get married? Like, I get it. But as a friend, I wanted to warn her, right?
That's
Yeah.
all we can do, Anton.
And
That's
then,
all we can do.
and then after some time, she started sending me like snapshots of her husband like messaging hookers. So
Wow.
that's one thing. That's one thing. And then I also told her, like several years ago, I said at the age of 36, you're gonna start becoming detached from your beliefs pertaining to the doctrines and the church that you were born into. And she's 37 now, and every now and then she asked me questions about what does this tarot card mean, what does that tarot card mean. She sent me a picture about a week and a half ago of what she purchased. So she purchased 4 oracle decks and 2 tarot decks.
Mhm.
But that's with that particular person took over
That's
10 years.
yeah.
So I mean, I've
That's the
been patient.
beginning. She started. She's off now. That's it. There's no going back, is there? You
Yeah.
just carry on, explore.
But see, I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, see, I told you, I told you, like all
No,
egotistical. I
that
don't do that.
yeah.
I'm just like
I
I said to her, I'm glad you're starting to come around now. You
yeah.
know?
It's like you give them the space to find it themselves, don't you? You don't put it in their face and go, I told you, I told you. It's the last thing you want to be saying.
Yeah.
It's like delicate. You have to be delicate with people that are just starting out. And when they want to know something, you're there. If they want to ask you and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find
See,
that out with
see,
family.
it was like not until like a couple of years or so ago when I started working on my patients. But it goes back to what I was explaining to you earlier, that what's meant to happen at a certain period of time will happen then, not before. So there's no point in trying to like give people that push. Give them a
Yeah,
reminder every now and then, but don't push,
yeah,
right? Because that can cause misunderstandings and arguments and separation. So when you're
yeah,
ready to use your sixth house energy, that's when you're ready, and that's
yeah.
starting up. That's starting up in January.
January.
But does that mean that on that particular day you're gonna wake up and you're all ready to go? You got to give it some little time after that. Then that's when the energy will really start to pick up.
Yeah, I could feel it coming already. That energy. It's like I feel something's coming, but I couldn't work out what. But I could
It's
feel
going to
there's
be
going to be
heavy.
big
Yeah, it's going
change.
to be heavy and it's going to be realizing things and coming to grips with everything and like accepting what is and
Exciting.
moving forward to, but it's going to be like lots of realizations, which sometimes we don't want to realize things, right? Sometimes we don't want to
Well, I
see,
deal with them as they come. I'm
but I
how I
do see
am.
that with you. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I take it in my stride. I quite like new things,
A
new.
challenge. You like a
Yeah,
challenge.
absolutely. It's like I always say to the sky, show me something I've not seen yet. Blow me away. Blow me away today. I want to see something that's going to blow me away. And I do. It'll show me something like, wow, not seen that. That's new. And I love it. You have to ask for
100%.
these things.
Yeah. Just ask for it and it will come.
Yeah, then they'll show you. You just got to make sure you're watching and you're being observant, paying attention. I love
Okay,
it.
thanks for everything.
And it's that knowing that I've been my head blown away so many times. It's become the normal to me. I expect to have my head blown on a daily basis.
I feel like that.
But,
Out of my head. It's like I imagine myself shooting myself in the head. I mean, that's just a fucked
Oh
up.
God, Anton.
I'm not moving. But then I gotta pull myself off about actually doing that.
I've had some really shitty, like, suicidal thoughts the past few weeks, and that's not me at all. Like, just really negative thoughts that I think, where's it coming from? And what's my purpose? What am I here for? I've been really, like, having a go at myself, putting myself down, and it's quite out of character for me to be like that. But like you say, I'm coming out the end of that now. Moody.
It's all about cycles. We go through cycles.
Yeah.
And sometimes we feel
the menopause isn't doing me any favours at the minute.
Hey, what's up, bro?
It's quite powerful, these hormones of mine. I have to keep them under control at work so I don't rip my boss's head off for giving me a silly rule, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is so like petty that it needs to be broken because it's so bloody stupid. And that's what I've been doing. I've been like just getting into trouble at work every week, every day nearly. Because I've just been like
that's because you got Mars in your 6th house. So that's what I said. You gotta take a few steps back.
Yeah, I know, and I did. I did at the time. I took, instead of losing control, I actually just gritted my teeth and took it because I knew that was the best behaviour to have at the time, even though my mind was going, just tell them to fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
See, that's where the
job.
That's where the war wants. That's where the war wants to kick in. And look, even though your Mars period is about to start, that energy was always there, like throughout your life. But because that period is coming, it's really going to activate and intensify, and you have to do your best to exhaust the karmas pertaining to your 6th house.
Right. Yeah. Okay. It's good to have a heads up.
Anton, did you tell her what the 6th house is?
I explained that earlier.
Okay.
She's got to remind.
Was that to do with Mars? Yes, 6th house. Yeah.
Mars in the 1st house. Yeah, if you like rewatch this video later, you just
I will do.
I mentioned it. It's about your work. Debts, diseases, conflicts, disputes, litigations, and
absolutely, I see all of that.
And again, it's your past. It's the portions of your karmas. It's found in the 6th house. So
I know there's a massive change coming with my work because I'm making it change.
Now,
what I do.
Remember, your 6th house is Aries. Your Mars is there, so your 6th house and your ascendant are connected. So you not only do you have a battle with yourself, but you also do have a battle with others. And you just mentioned, like, in your workplace, right?
Yeah, I need to change my work. It's not making me happy at all.
Well,
but I'm in the process of doing that now.
Right. So with every planetary brings changes. At first, it's probably not easy, but you got to get used to it. You got to roll with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's already started. That as the change of reality is in work in progress.
Yeah.
Just got to stay focused.
I think you're getting sleepy now.
I'm not. I'm actually getting hungry. I was thinking of grabbing a banana, actually. Come on, banana.
So yeah, we'll get to your chart. I just need some time.
Yeah, sure. Take your time, mate. No rush.
Because I don't want to do no little Mickey Mouse run through. Because I mean
No.
that's not gonna help. Because there's more you need to know.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good place to end here. If you both want to stay back, no worries. If not, go ahead and log off. No
I'm fine.
worries.
I'm just gonna get some fuel in me. Get the banana. And maybe a cup
I'm
of
just
tea.
going through the messages
And Tom,
here.
back with the Vedic talk. Well, if you want, maybe we could go through it faster. No, Iowa, what do you think? Iowa actually he's got knowledge of Vedic too. Vedic astrology.
Yeah. I sense that. Yeah.
Peace, Bamboo.
Don't be chatting to me in Vedic, for God's sake.
Sure, this week he said. Okay, well we'll figure it out a day.
Yeah, sure. At the weekend, Saturday nights or Friday night is good for me because the time difference is 7 hours, isn't it? So
It's where
it's
you take 5 hours from me, and it's what
right.
8
It's 5 to
hours.
5 now. So
Amber, she's 8 hours ahead because you're 3 hours behind me, right? So that's 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oof. We'll figure
it's
it out.
quite The earlier in your
Well,
evening,
it doesn't have to be a live. It can
better.
always be a pre-recording.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best way to do it. And then everybody can see how in-depth astrology is and beautiful and wonderful it is.
Mhm.
It's a personal forecast for your life.
What I've heard so far is just so sort of confirmed a feeling inside that I know is coming, if you know what I mean, but I couldn't explain.
Well, you're starting to feel it. You're starting to feel it because everybody, like when my Mercury period was about to start, I started feeling it like a few months before. So that's normal.
Yeah.
That's because you're getting
Yeah.
close. All right.
I feel definitely something,
Yeah.
and it's a feeling that I embrace as well. That even though I don't know what it entails, I just feel like I'm going to embrace it
Right.
once I get a grip of it.
There's
So-
answers within everything.
Right. So one last time, your 6th house. Okay. So going back before we end this, remember I said your 6th house and your 1st house are connected. So 6th house is health, and your 1st house is your head. So you put these two together, you gotta work on your mental health.
Yeah,
That's what,
totally. Yeah, totally agree.
because in your chart, your moon is there, which is the mind and the emotions.
Yeah. Okay.
So when there's issues with the mental health, I'm not saying that you got mental health issues, but I mean I think we all have some sort of mental health issue. Everybody.
I know I've got
some more severe than others, but then it can affect us emotionally, right? And then it can have an influence in the workplace and stuff like that. So that has to be balanced.
Yeah. I know I have, yeah.
So there you go.
It needs to be dealt with as well. I know it does. It's
We all do.
a long time coming.
Yep. I mean, we all have issues that we have to deal with. Everybody. Well,
I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest, to have a chat with myself. Do you know, it is. It's all part of going inward, isn't it? Digging out these all sorts of childhood traumas and whatever it is that's bugging me that needs to be dealt with is going to be dealt with, because I know there is a lot of stuff that needs to be brought to
All
the
of us
surface.
have it.
Yeah,
Every single
and
one
it's
of
just digging
us.
deep and getting it to talk to me, especially my inner child. Sometimes it can be a bit stubborn. Right, so yeah.
Yes. So I think we're going to be definitely getting back to all of this. Thank you for joining us, Caz
Thank
Hawke
you. Thank you,
and
Anton.
Anton.
Thank you so much.
Very well.
I look forward to the depth. The
We'll get
depth
there.
of getting to know myself.
We'll definitely get
Yeah,
there.
I do. It's very interesting. I feel like I've got a whole new me to get to know again. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
You going?
We're going to be ending the broadcast here.
Okay.
This ending
Thank
here
you.
isn't what I wanted it to be, but hey, it is what it is.
Awesome. Thank you.